Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to learn about the concept of NFS in Linux environment. First of all, I will go through the concept in a theoretical way and then I will show you the practical demo. First of all, what is NFS? Okay, NFS stands for Network File System. It is a protocol using in the Linux environment to share files or directories from one single server to the multiple client servers over a network without the need of physical disk space on the client servers. Okay, let me explain this explanation with the help of one example. Okay, let's say I have one file with 20 GB size and I have 20 servers. Here I want my single 20 GB server to be present on the my 20 servers. This is the scenario. Let me explain how I can resolve this with and without the NFS so that you can understand the exact definition for NFS. Okay, first let me go without the NFS how it will be. Okay, as I need this file to be present on all 20 servers, either I have to copy or create that file in every server so that so same server I am going to create or copy to the files, so it is a duplicate work and it is a time processing or time taking. Another thing is, as my file is single file is 20 GB and I am going to create the same file locally on every 20 servers, so totally I need okay totally I need 20 into 2400 GB of space. Okay. So here I need 400 GB of space. This is also one of the disadvantage as we are using more space. Let me explain you how these issues can be resolved with the help of NFS service. What I am doing, I am going to take one server as the NFS server and I am going to create this file in this single server, okay, which is 20 GB. Now remaining 20 servers or 19 servers, I am configuring this 19 or 20 servers to use the file we created in the single NFS server. So that we are not required to go to the client servers and create client servers physically. It's not required to create the file physically on the client servers. So if you want to make any changes, not required to go for every client server and make the changes. You can just make the changes on the NFS server. That changes can reflect in the client 20 client servers. So here you are not required to create the file in every server. So duplicate work has been reduced and your time also saved. And you are just creating the file physically on one single server. So you just need 20 GB of space. Here you are reducing three remaining 380 GB of space. So this is the main advantage of the NFS service. I hope let's now you clear about what is NFS and its main advantage. Okay, let me go through how to configure the NFS in your environment. Okay, first I will let you know how to configure the NFS server, then how I will let you know how to configure the client servers. Okay, take one server as an NFS server, and in that server, you have to make sure NFS utils package should be present and NFS server. This is the service name. This service should be running. Okay, then create the file system which you want to share to the client servers. Then this is the main part. Once you create the file system, you have to edit the exports file which is present under /etc. This file tells which directories or which file systems you are sharing to which client servers. So this is the main configuration. Once you edit the exports file, just restart the service. Hence the configuration from NFS server end it was done. So go to the client servers, just install the NFS utils package. Make sure this package is installed. Here, no service needs to be running on the client server. Just create one directory from where you want to utilize the shared directory, then mount it. This is the command you can use for mounting. Mount hyphen t specifies the type. Okay, type I type is NFS, then NFS server IP. Colon the share whatever you have created in the NFS server, and then create a directory in the client server. Okay, you can understand this in very clear in the practical demo. Okay, let me explain you with a demo. Okay, I have two servers. One is NFS server and one is the client server. Okay, as I as I told you, first let me complete with the NFS server configuration. Then I will go with the client server configurations. Okay, as I mentioned before, first I have to make sure NFS utils package should be installed. Okay, let me check whether that is installed or not with the RPM command. Okay, NFS package was installed. So it's not, as I am already installed in my system, I'm not going to install it again. Just you can install NFS utils package based on your OS type. Then I have to make sure NFS server service should be running. Okay. Systemctl status NFS hyphen server service. Enter. So here service was active. It was running. So I am okay with this also. Now let me create one directory from where I want to share my files or directories. Let me change the direction to /clear. Let me create one file mkdir hyphen t. I am making it as a backup. So I want to make it as a file system. Let me first check how many file system I have. So slash backup file system was not there. Let me create the file system slash backup. Let me check whether any space is available. LV was there, LV1 with the 2 GB. I will use this 2 GB. So mount slash dev and VZ1. That LV was present on VZ1 and LV1. What my backup is the file directory name I want to mount it. Okay, I have to backup should be present first. Then file system name slash dev VG1 and LV1. Enter. What happened? More information after failed mount call. VLS. Backup was there. Slash dev VZ1 and LV1. Okay, I missed to mention LV1 here. Okay, so DF-H capital T backup was backup file system was created now. Now I have to mention this file system in the exports file slash etc exports exports. Here slash backup is the file system I want to share to which servers. My client servers may be 192.168.1.9. 1.9. Let me check. So 192.168.1.9 is my client server IP. I want to give read only and permissions and sync it. Done. Do WQ. Then restart the service. Systemctl restart NFS server service. Enter. It will take a couple of seconds. Restart done. So just cross verify which share is going to which file system is going to share with which clients. That you can get to know using show mount hyphen e option. So this is the file system backup I am going to share with the client 192.168.1.9. So now NFS server configuration has been done. Now let me do the configuration from client server end. Okay, here I have to make sure here also NFS utils package should be present. Okay, NFS utils package was present. As I mentioned before, no service requires to be run for this NFS to work. No, not required. Now I'm going to let me change the direction to slash. I'm going to create one directory slash backup hyphen NFS. Okay, this is the directory I'm going to create. On this directory, I'm going to use this share. Okay, now mount it. Mount hyphen T. It was the NFS, type is NFS. Then my client NFS server IP 192.168.1.11. Okay, IPA. So 192.168.1.11. This is my IP. Mount hyphen T NFS type 192.168.1.11 colon slash backup is the share present on the NFS server. I want to use it in my client server. Which directory? Backup hyphen NFS directory. Just enter. It will take a couple of minutes. DF hyphen H capital T. So mount was NFS share was mounted successfully. This is the mount point backup hyphen NFS, and then this is my NFS server. This is the NFS share. Let me go to that NFS share, change direction to slash backup hyphen NFS. Do ls. Yeah, files are present. File one scripts. Same files are I have same files are present in my NFS server.